welcome to this session of the course. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create cover arts, or rather an album art in Photoshop. First of all, I've already made some researches on the 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 pictures and images and the concepts I also want to use for this cover art. So I went to these are the folder where I downloaded and stored the details I will use for this cover art. So then I would go to this is Pinterest, and so I already searched cover arts on Pinterest, and then I was able to find this idea, and I felt it's quite fascinating because I like the idea here. It's very simple, and this can actually work for what I intend to do for my cover art. So I'm going to work with this particular idea here, probably like adding a little bit of my own touches to it as well, with different image as well, like totally different image but same concept, like that same paper cut concept in the head. So yeah, this is the idea I'm working with. So these are the images I'm going to use. This is going to be the main image. Yeah, yes, this is going to be the main image, and then we have other follow-up images that are going to be inside the paper cut shape. This is the idea here, and this is the paper cut I'm going to use. So without further ado, let's go into the tutorial. So I'm going to bring in this picture down to Photoshop. Then as usual, I'm going to remove the background of the picture. So normally you go to your quick selection tool, and then you click on select subject. So just waiting for it to highlight our subject. This usually takes some time. Yeah, then I'm going to save this. This is our image. I'm going to go ahead and save it as a PNG, so we can have the version of the image without the background. So I'm saving it at the same folder where it was. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our PNG picture. So this is our PNG image here. Yeah, so I'm going to resize the picture. Let's say I would zoom it in a bit like this. Yeah, so let me say I'll leave it like this. So I'm just basically showing you how to create same paper cut effects for your cover art. So that is why I'm using that same style. But when you're working on your own, you can probably choose an idea that works better for whatever you are creating. So meanwhile, I already made some fictional name for my album, fictional details for the album. So this is the album title. So I want it to be titled Echoes. Stage name, that's the name of the artist, Stefan. Track list, these are the track lists. So this is nothing real, it's just my imagination. I just came up with something like this. So this is our picture here. So I think first of all I'm going to enhance the lightning, the brightness of the picture a bit. So I'm going to use, this is camera raw filter. It's currently loading. So as usual, you go to basics, and then you increase your exposure. Just tweak some of these handles here so they can give you a better view. Yeah, so I'm done with that. So I want to, let's say I would add a background and try other colors. So I don't think black would really be good for this. So let me see. Let me try something around this color. Yeah, let's say something like this. I don't want it to be like totally exactly like the other one. Yeah, but we're going to like do the same paper cut with the faces inside. But we'll try and change a couple of things, probably the background. But I want something very simple. So anyways, we're going to move up next to the paper cut effect. So I'm going to drag in our paper cut shape. So yeah, this is the paper cut PNG. So I'm going to be using this to create that same effect. So let me show you. Let me go back to our mood board so you can see. This is what I have here. So this is what we're going to do. You get, this is what all we're going to do. So back to our project. So I'm going to make a duplicate of this particular paper cut PNG. So I'm going to resize it a bit. So I'll press Ctrl T, and then I would just stretch it, bring it down a bit like this. Yeah, so let me see, and then I'll place it like this. So let me just try creating a clipping mask with this inside our image so we can see. So I think I might want to create different dimensions of the like having like three. So since we're placing three images, we're having like three separate different cuts of this paper stuff. So I would release the clipping mask, and then I would there are going to be a lot of adjustments to this. Yeah, there needs to be a lot of adjustments. So most times cover art requires you to like try out a lot of things. For example, if I'm going to change the background of this, I'm going to like have to try out different backgrounds, to see what works. So that's where the entire brainstorming comes in. You need to like try out a lot of things and see what is actually perfect for your project. So let me see. Let me leave this like this, and then I would bring in the first image. So let me say I want to use first image should be this money, for example, or probably the little face. Let me see. Let me just try out this money. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the size of this, and then so let me take a peek at our concept again. So it went this way. So yeah, so I think in that case, let me see what I can do. Yeah, so I'm going to duplicate this, for example, and try out something like this. So let's say this one is going to be a continuation from here. Yeah, so I have a duplicate of that. So I'm going to select the both of this and this for now, the two paper cut shape, and then oh sorry, I did not select the other one. So let me shift it forward a bit. not really. Let me bring this one. So while I'm doing this, I want to maintain that same edgy curve, edgy sharpness on each of them. So I don't want anyone to be like just straight. I want it to still maintain this, this wavy, rough, wavy stuff at the edge. So that's why I'm trying to get them right like that. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. So let's see this one having this wavy stuff. Let's duplicate this, and then I would want to use this one to cut the one at the back. So this particular one, this third one I just duplicated, I would hold control and click on the layer from this layer box here. Hold control and click on it. Oh, first of all, let's press Control D, deselect it. So select this one, right click and rasterize type, because we can't do a cut on it if it's still a smart object. So if we'll go to this one, so we'll do the same thing, hold control and click on it, make the selection. Then you come to this one and then you delete. Just press delete on your keyboard. So when you press Control D and you turn off this one, you see it has cut out that area for us there. So now this is what we want for this one. So we're having 3 images being clipped into this. So I think this is a space. So let me drop opacity for them, drop the opacity so I can like visually see what's going on. So I think the space for this one is too much because we need like 3. We can actually make it 4, but let me just do, for the sake of this video, I don't want it to be like extremely long. So let me see if I can, I want to compress them a bit like this, for example. Yeah, so we can then have to duplicate another of this, for example. So let me try flipping it and see. Flip horizontal. Yeah, I think this might be better because we can actually go back and like cut the shape so you can like work better, so we won't have all these popping edges like this. So let's just do that now. So I'm going to turn on the same, this same one that we used to cut the previous one. So I'll bring it here. I want to cut this area here. I want to cut out that edge. So which one was popping? I think is, yeah, it's this new one that's popping. So what I'll do, same thing, rasterize it, then I'll hold on this one, that's this one. Now I'll bring it here. So let me drop the opacity for this one too. So let's see. First of all, I'll just turn off this our image so I can visually see what I'm doing. So I want to cut this one. I want to cut it a bit so I can have a perfect flow. Or let me see. Yeah, it's okay. Let me just cut it like this. Yeah, so same thing is good like this. So I'll also have to cut it from down and also just to have this nice, a perfect flow like this. So I'll duplicate it. So if you can observe, the other one is also popping out here too, here, I mean here like this. So first of all, I'll just cut out this other one. So let's do like this. So then I would, from this one now, I will hold control, it highlights that particular space for me. Then what next? I would go down to this one now. Then I would hit delete. So you see delete that part for me. Then I'll hold Control D and deselect, and then I'll turn off this one. That's done its work. It might still cut the other one, so but for now let me, you see, hold Control and then I'll go down here and I'll delete this one. So now what I need to do is to delete this particular one, and this particular head that is popping out like this is from this one. Yes, from the middle one. So what to do, rasterize that middle one as well, come back to this one, control, go to the middle one. Oh sorry, I'm supposed to bring this one down so we can select where it's going to cut. Yes, so it's good like this. So I would, as usual, control T, control, yeah, then back to this one and then delete. So let me see, control D, and then I'll turn off this one. So you can see now we have the nice flow of, you know, the pattern, the flow that we can place our images into. So let's leave it like this. Then this one, let's shift it forward a bit. So if we see need to come back and cut anyone again, then we can, you know, come back and do the same thing. So but for this one, I think there's this stuff popping out here, but let me just increase the opacity back again. So I actually dropped their fill, not opacity. So this is, they are back at the full normal fill. So here is the first one. We're going to bring in our image. So the image we turned off before, I will bring it here like this. And I'll direct it to, from the layer panel, I have to take it to where that particular shape is. So you see it there. Then I'll right click and create a clipping mask, so you can see it has clipped into there. So what I have to do, I have to clip the both of them. Okay, so first of all, let's have it like this first. While moving, we'll be able to clip them into the guy's face. So you see, if I clip it, this other one is on clipping from the other one. So first of all, let's have it like this first. Then I would duplicate this the paper cut shape for this one that we clicked the picture on. I'll duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J. Then the duplicated one, I would convert the duplicated, I would double click on the duplicated one. Then I would change the color overlay to white like this. Yeah, so now we have done the color overlay for this one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom closer and clean out. There's some extra areas of this particular PNG that are outside here. We don't really want that, so just use the layer mask and clean. We're going to clean it for the both of the folder. So let's clean this one first. You won't really see it cleaning because there is another one above. So I've cleaned it like that. So I'm going to first of all go down to that same duplicated layer, right click, and then I'll convert this to a smart object. Then I would hold Ctrl T on that folder, right click, and click on warp. So from this warp here, we can be able to stretch, increase this, and you can see that we're having, yeah, so you can see that we are stretching out some part of the white. So I'll just do this like this, and this one. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this one like this. So next up, I'm going to move into creating the clip marks on this other folder here. So I will go down to our image section here. I'll bring in this one. I'll place it like this, and then I'll drop it down. As usual, I would right click and create a clipping mask on this particular one. Then, yes, I did for the other previous one, I would duplicate the layer that's the paper cut layer, and then I'll double click on it and add a color overlay, white color overlay, and then let me zoom closer and see if this one also has this same edge stuff that popping out. Let's see. Okay, it does has. So we'll just do a layer mask and use the brush tool to just clean out some of these things here. For this, do it for the other one as well. Yes. So then the next thing I'm going to do is to convert this to a smart object. That's the duplicated PNG and paper cut layer. Convert it to a smart object, and then I'll zoom closer. Now do the same warp effect. So Control T, right click, and then you click on warp, and then you can constantly drag this out like this. So as you can see, I'm gradually removing, bringing out some part of it. Yeah, so I think this one works fine like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to do the same thing for the other one too as well. So I'm going to go in, grab our image. So which of the image am I putting in again? So let's say this one that has him, or this other one. Okay, let's say this one with the headset, and then I'll drop it here.